Ух! Медицинские предписания. Должен. Так. Так что, ну я уже. О, здорово, чудик. Как твои делишки? Так. Ай. Ау. Есть. Да. Капец, как. Йоу, летим, летим. Пай. Ты чё? Блин. Нос. Зубастая компания. Сейчас мы крокодильские зубы-то поотломаем. Опять блуждаешь? Огонек. Эх. У меня? Да у меня тоже все нормально.
Must be maintained,
О,
and yet
дружбы упутал. Еще. but
Following orders. You are not welcome here.
Rain outlines your fate. Witness it. Yeah! Punishment!
I will have order.
Judgment!
Так. Ай, блин, то, что нужно, не получается. Держи. Да, да, да. Держи.
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra. Ad Astra.
Ма. Войди в эру. Пещеру, пещеру, войди в эру.
With the wind.
Винтовый. На, кабань.
Huh?
Ух. Ух-ха-ха. Отправляем. Время.
Body and mind. Huh? No, my sword. Let me weave you. Yeah. Shiver. See?
Откройся.
Huh?
Ю.
Huh? Witness the power of...
Отлично. Давай, давай, открывайся, ну.
No. Impossible. What happened? The 𝓤𝓪𝓻𝓁 worshippers have disappeared. Was it all an illusion? That's true. Yes, it can't have been an illusion. It was neither illusion nor coincidence, and certainly... Let's go, traveler. There is surely a reason for its disappearance, and I do believe that someday in the future, could he really have been a sinner?
Да что мы все туда-сюда, туда-сюда носимся.
𝓤𝓪𝓼𝓼? Where has he gone? Oh, no, no,
Здесь
no.
его нет. Я вижу.
Maybe someone else came by and found him? No, it can't have been that. There's no sign of a break-in and no sign of anyone having been here. This does not bode well. What if he's spotted by a forest ranger or an adventurer? Wait a minute. This isn't how... Oh, no. The mirror, it's broken!
Всегда было.
He must have taken his mask off. And if he'd just done as he was told, we have to find him. It's his scarf. Looks like we're going the right way. Come on.
Come on, come on.
𝓤𝓪𝓼! 𝓤𝓪𝓼! Where are you?
Are you?
Curses! Forest rangers.
Man.
Hey! Who are you? We haven't seen you around here before. What's your business here?
Have you seen a, 𝓤𝓪𝓻𝓁?
I asked you first. Don't make...
I said, have you seen?
Hey, whoa! Look, there are 𝓤𝓼𝓻𝓁s everywhere. What's...
Exactly. Matter of fact, we just took out a few of them back there.
You forest ranger scum! You spawn of the seven are all the same!
You're raving mad!
Curse you all, forest rangers!
I don't get it. Why make such a huge fuss over a few hilly...
He'd only just regained his mind. So tell me, forest rangers, did you...
Jeez, you're really not gonna let this go. Fine, you weirdo. If you must... I was frightened at first, but it didn't seem to have any interest in me at all. It was just bumbling along in that direction.
Yes. Wonder...
Wait, you're leaving? Not even a thanks for the info?
Спасибо. Разбежались. О, будет.
𝓤𝓪𝓼! 𝓤𝓪𝓼, stop! Whatever you saw, it was... I told you, we're in a fairy tale world. 𝓤𝓪𝓼? How could this happen? Come, 𝓤𝓪𝓼, we have to go home now.
Опа.
Papa,
𝓤𝓪𝓼,
Papa, I can't take it.
please, 𝓤𝓪𝓼, it's my fault. I'm so sorry. If only I'd known.
It's all too much. Papa!
I finally... Ah, traveler, you're awake. Finally. Wait, no. Why am I still calling you traveler? Oh, I have known your... I suspected it was you. Oh, of course you haven't. With your status, you can hardly. In any case, I've been using a fake name this entire time. My real name is 𝓥𝓲𝓬𝓽𝓸𝓻. You saw it too, didn't you? Unmistakable, the power inside 𝓤𝓪𝓼 and the power of the... I am positive now. At long last. That is no business of yours. A sinner. Yes. 𝓤𝓪𝓼 did not deserve his fate, but now... It's wonderful. Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loom of fate. Huh? Sinister? Oh, I never imagined that you, of all people, would deny... We once believed that you would bring new strength. And to us, you were and the one who controls the abyss can... We yearned for that future. But what did you bring us instead, oh Princess of 𝓤𝓪𝓼?
What did he just call me?
Говоришь опять? Вот тогда.
Traveler. Hey, traveler. Traveler.
Нормально. Это поворот. Вот это поворот.
happened while you were unconscious. I checked the ley lines nearby. It appears that the Abyss tampered with them. Information and memories flow within the ley lines. What did you witness? You mean 𝓥𝓲𝓬𝓽𝓸𝓻?
Говорит,
After founding the Abyss Order, his faith in the Abyss led him to do a great many but the curse of immortality continued to torment his body and mind. And after 100 years, he lost his mind completely, yet his dark legacy lived on. The defiled statue that we encountered previously was just one pervert. You could say that. She wouldn't be the Abyss Order's princess otherwise.
Are you alright? You have a troubled look on your face.
So you saw her memories from centuries ago,
многовековой
through your own
давности
eyes.
не должна
It all but defies
Невероятно.
belief. Still, as I'd suspected, the notion of the loom of... And it seems closely connected to 𝓥𝓲𝓬𝓽𝓻�'s son. And yet your sister never breathed a word of this incident to me. I wonder, was that... Indeed. Clearly this series of events sparked a long period of deep contemplation. What is it?
закопана.
The field? What is that?
You mean here? Well, let's start
You scared the Duke out of Paimon! Did you rebury them yet?
a male and female skeleton buried together.
Да уж. О, здравствуй, Сяо. Мой клон, второй Сяо. Два Сяо. Один Сяо хорошо, а два лучше.
Interestingly, the male skeleton appears to have been... But what does this mean? And how did you know that there were What? That's impossible, unless... 𝓥𝓲𝓬𝓽𝓸𝓻. This all raises far too many questions. I need time. We should part ways here.
Huh? You're just gonna leave?
It's better that we split up for now. I think that he...
Who's he?
Yes. I have my suspicions as to his identity. If the time is right, I will tell...
What do you mean that he saw the Traveler?
I fear that while these things would limit anyone...
What? Why? What is...
All right, let's leave it there. Get some rest.
There goes Dane. What is it? Huh?
Нормально. Все, задание выполнено. 𝓤𝓷𝓰. Достиженька. Ах. Так. Что у нас? И еще одна круточка. Парузан.
One client, two clients, three clients.
Decline. Загадочник. Так. А на петуха надо сходить. Я уже два. Круто. 20 крылок. Это прям плохо. Ай.
Stabilize!
Давай.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse. You can't run. Lights out.
Higher, higher, here's my fire!
ladder guide you. Solidify.
Witness the power.
На! Петушара. Опять две. Такие жадные. Да, много сяо не бывает.
Even though most of the academia's restrictions have significantly relaxed, I need to stay here to keep an eye. I'd only assign a job this important to someone I trust.
Oh no, I'm fine. I've completely recovered.
I know. You'll have a tough time if you go.
А вот и я.
Oh, hey there.
Ah, it's been a while. What a coincidence. Sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just that this matter. Also, you happen to know about this situation? There are very few people I can trust to be discreet right now. It's complicated, and this isn't the best place. You might have heard about her in Sumeru before. Her name is 𝓲𝓲𝓬𝓽𝓸𝓻, and she's let's just say that a huge part of 𝓥𝓲𝓬𝓬's mechanical research over the past 100 years have used her academic discourse and manuscripts as their She is, but she vanished for 100 years because of a certain incident. She only returned to the academia after being found in the wilderness a few years ago. Because of that, her current personality can be a bit strange, as is her attitude towards.
I'm getting a headache just thinking.
She doesn't have bad intentions, so you don't have to be scared.
I'll try.
Yes, 𝓥𝓲𝓬𝓬 and 𝓲𝓲𝓬𝓬 researchers are often quite. However, 𝓲𝓲𝓬𝓬 isn't influenced by modern thinking. It's already past our arranged meeting time, but she still hasn't shown up. I don't think so. With her, anyway, can you go with 𝓏𝓂 to the?
Thank goodness.
I'm counting on you two. 𝓏𝓂, our task is important, but after all, if she's
All right, let's go.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. У меня тоже целых два.
Sorry, what did you say? Oh, could you repeat yourself?
𝓲𝓲𝓬, I said that you need to give us an.
Yes. And did you forget to add?
Your hearing is perfectly fine. Madam 𝓲𝓲𝓬, we don't want to make things difficult. Isn't this rather problematic as an advisor?
And who, if I may ask, complained? If they have any issue with me, tell them to talk to. You don't have to tell me anything. I very well know that it's those people from 𝓲𝓲𝓬𝓬. How I would.
But Madam 𝓲𝓲𝓬, it has been a long while since you.
Academic contribution, in any case, makes no sense.
Wait!
That's her, all right. But the person with. Shh! She hates it when people call her. Her body apparently stopped aging during the year she was gone. So that's why she looks the same as she did 100. Okay.
Anyway, 𝓏𝓬 Crafts and the leader, they're wondering if.
Have you been sleeping well? No! It's good to be hard. And is the person beside. Oh, it is thanks to you.
Oh.
I'd wager it's the.
It might be difficult. You can teach a course or participate in a collaborative project.
Could you not give me a few?
That's precise.
What a waste of free. Now you two are.
Делать мне больше нечего. Как сказала.
Of course. What now? She seems so busy. Master said there's no rush, but I know that he's been busy working on something at Party's DI, so he hasn't returned to 𝓛𝓪𝓷. I feel for Matt, but if I get her in
Ой, кошмар.
yeah, that would be. But I'm I'm sure he'll say. Huh? So if I also stay in hell, okay then. Huh. We're back, Madame 𝓲𝓲. The traveler said that—
Oh, why I couldn't ask for more? Is that so? Now,
You might have heard of it before.
now, not
Yes, of course.
No.
But
in summary.
the research method is also, there are fewer and fewer unexplored.
I'm telling you, nowadays, also, why I think they could all— Huh? If only those who came to my lectures— Speaking of which, are you feeling better? You don't have to confine yourself to
I just remembered that I have a lot of studying to do. I need to head back and find—
Are you telling me to start a reading course for—
Wait. Although 𝓤𝓪𝓗 has...
There must surely— The old academy— Oh, save yourself, traveler.
Wait!
What? Блин. Ну.
I can't believe she rushed right in after we arrived. She's really headstrong. No, not really. It's just that she can get a bit too passionate sometimes. Maybe it's just like that. I don't really. Students who are— Madame 𝓲𝓲 also refuses to, but she seems— it's because I'm a slow learner. It's not that. She sometimes brings food to 𝓔𝓷𝓰𝓵. Now that you—
Kale, traveler. Thank you. I argued with the— If I'm not mistaken.
Amazing.
It's just that we need to— Let's see now. What do we need to fit? That's a bit too as such.
That's true.
And you have your job as a forest ranger, Kale. People— It must have been difficult. Expanding literacy is a capital notion. So that's—
Me?
Light not—
Wait for— You wouldn't think someone as fast as her is over 100. Let's pick up the pace and catch up to her.
What a long and mildly
Is this your first time?
Fine.
Ау.
One shouldn't judge a book by its cover after all. May we browse through the books here?
Дави. Ха.
Of course. Why do you try?
I heard that—
The protagonist just ends up fighting in every scene.
How?
Isekai. What in the world is that? Tropes? Those fictional rules used to push the plot forward, yes? However, this book doesn't explain how
Yes, but—
Let me see. Third eye of
I also thought those—
It's impossible. Or did the protagonist purposely create the— So there's no—
You're—
Even the most popular book— Yes. The plot had meant— Even the sages back—
Is there a book like that in Sumeru?
It's called Tales of Shahryar.
Tales of Shahryar?
About 100
100 years?
The legend of If an old story like—
Even if that is—
What? Is that because of the I can't believe they've allowed the people of Sumeru to become
Tales of I mean,
Tales of Shari, traveler.
Madam, wait! Oh no, this is bad. It's because I'm afraid of them. Even so—
Один раз. Потом буду хватить. Слушай. Забрал.
Found it! The fifth—
Wow!
I never thought.
All right.
Can—
Not.
As long as the writing— Worry not. Sir, is that so? If I'm to use it— Is this series?
No.
No demand?
Seriously?
Where did you get this from?
I'm afraid not. Otherwise, the mantra would have come knocking. Wait, is this...
That's it.
I do...
He sighed. I'm sorry. Why is there another misunderstanding between Aaliyah and a new character is introduced? Is this really?
Well, that passerby reacted in It's Mada from the cafe over there. Since that's also a very...
Then let's go ask around at the... Huh? Go!
Another day.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Well...
It's fine. I'm used to it, more or less.
Do you know about Tales of Shahryar?
Huh? Tales of Shahryar? My master always talked about how incredibly popular that book used to be. However, I tried reciting a few chapters of it at the...
Your master?
Yes, the one who taught me how to be a storyteller. He said that Tales of Shahryar was written by his... He also said that this great-great-grandmaster was an academia. He wrote 4 volumes back then, and the reviews just got better and better. You couldn't find a single person...
And then? What happened next? Why doesn't...
Oh, it's hard to tell when it comes to trends. One day everyone... Instead of writing a proper ending, this to tap into popular trends, he added a lot of tropes. Then...
How could that be? Then what happened to Tales of Shahryar?
In the end, there's no ending. The great-great-grandmaster tried to write a few more volumes, following whatever trends were popular. He got so infuriated that he stopped writing.
What? So there's no ending? The readers didn't care?
By that time, only a very small number. Anyway, my master probably exaggerated. How could a work possibly have been the only tangible thing my great-great... He also left behind many... My master is a much... But even he won't recite Tales of Shah...
So, Antara's story...
Well, not even Sade...
Only time? Madame Farid? It's been 100 years.
Yeah! No matter how good those stories... Huh.
That is true. What was popular? If Tales of Shah... It might have stood... Huh? How unseemly. No. Kale. Then we'll use that book. As for the academia, as long... My. Now then, let's return to... Huh? Speaking of which, such things as... Why do people... If one of our learning...
Oh, I can tell you what that's all about. But as they grew older...
Mada? You know...
Huh? Why so suddenly?
I knew it.
Oh, fantastic.
No, my sword! Judgment! Punishment! Ring cutter! See? Cross over!
Stabilize!
Rain outlines your fate. Huh?
Да когда вы мне 3-то дадите? Чё вы все мне по 2 даете? Так задолбаюсь.
Silly churl, Billy churl. Silly Billy Hilly. Wanna...
Задание. Да, недолго было. Ничего. В итоге я был.
Pretty?
Paimon's trying to remember. What else did we put on our shopping list? Oh, what a mouth-watering smell. We...
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. Wasn't expecting this.
Hello there. Oh, it's been quite a while.
Huh, so you two are still hanging out together. Dear...
I said I was going to resign from being her bodyguard. Not that our friendship. The Homayanis also still post jobs from time to time. Their pay is always generous, so me and the other...
I told Dia to just stay at our place when she took one of those jobs a few days ago. My parents were delighted. They even said that it always felt like...
That sounds like something they would say, all right. They're always so... Anyway, the job is already taken care of, so I was gonna head back to the brigade as soon as I finished a...
You can stay for as many days as you want, Dia. Father hasn't even gotten around to treat...
You know I'm not the kind of person to stay put in one place like that, my lady.
What? She said they'll treat you to the best dishes!
But wait. Didn't you say last time that you would take me on? There are so many places
I'm sorry, my lady, but no can do. There's still a few things I need to take care of back at the...
Oh, come on. Not this again.
I know, I'm sorry. Just give me some more time.
All right, fine. To be perfectly honest, it's not that ever since you first set foot on the estate a few days ago, have you been delaying our trip?
Nah, are you kidding?
Would you swear on that? But if something...
Oh.
You're I just thought mercenary life is a dog-eat-dog.
That doesn't change anything about...
My lady. All right.
Alright.
Okay, let's talk here. Just try not to draw any extra attention.
Есть кто живой?
As you may already know, the Eremites have both a lot. My brigade is called the Blazing Beasts. We're not a. However, not all.
Deshret's relics? Judging from the name, they must really look up to...
Yep, you got it. I've heard that you've already crossed paths with 𝓛𝓚.
Oh, you mean the group that tried to sell us the Divine Knowledge Capsule?
Deshret's relics is composed.
Да, будет интересно. Опять. Вроде обновление.
Paimon's trying to remember. What else did we put on our shopping list? Oh, what a mouth-watering smell. Paimon would know the aroma of,
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon.
Hello there.
The 𝓲𝓲𝓬𝓼s.
I told Dia my parents were
That's anyway.
You can stay for
You.
What? She said they'll treat you to the...
But wait. There are so many
I'm sorry, my lady.
Oh, come on.
I know.
All right, fine. Ever since you first... Have you been delaying or...
Nah.
Would you swear on that? But if something...
Oh.
You're I just... Mercenary life.
That doesn't change.
My lady. All right. Okay, let's talk here. Just try not to draw any extra attention. As you may already know, my brigade is called the Blazing. However...
Deshret's relics? Judging from the name, they must really look up to...
Yep, you got it.
Oh, you...
Deshret's relics is on any other day.
Dakan?
I think it means... Anyway.
Say what?
I think
I won't go into...
100?
Yep. This... Not only have they...
That's beyond...
I don't know how If I don't do something... I just wish...
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's setting the...
I mean, if he was even remotely... He was loud and... Of course, the other brig...
Sounds like an...
What about your mother?
Unfortunately... It's all right, my lady. He told me that he'd say, you'll be fine. But the problem was, they were tales of desert warriors.
Sounds like your typical...
More or less, yeah. He seemed to think those stories, even the toys he gave me, would all be... It was only much...
What interesting guy.
Yeah, I've always found him pretty childish. But that was something I could just... Until I grew up. And looting, black... No one in the brigade was any... Did they really think that...
I think I can understand.
Yeah, but don't worry, my lady. It's all water under the bridge to me now. I had a huge argument with my father, and I'm not investigating them due to any bitter... Yeah.
I see.
It is.
That may be true.
Well, now you...
What should we do? They both have that.
Huh? But there's no need...
Well, he's super tough, so if he...
I'm inclined to agree. I'd feel a lot more... I'll wait for news from you in the city until then.
All right, then let's get moving.
Ну, погнали, погнали. Лети на это просто. О, здравствуй, долина. Где люди? Не знаю. Непонятно. Уже второй день. Что-то вообще как безлюдно. Понятно. Вроде обновление Геншин. Сюда.
Hey, Dia, you're back. Are these two friends of yours?
Никого.
Anyway, they've become extremely aggressive. They even attack...
Even the most ferocious...
That's right. A portion of their... Yeah, and a few days ago, rather than saying...
Wait, a power?
You heard me right. If their only goal was... Unfortunately, we weren't able to find out anything. Oh, one last thing we discovered was that over the past few years...
It sounds mighty strange to me, too. Gotta say, though, I didn't expect...
Nah, it was nothing. We're just...
What he said. Besides, Dia...
Yeah. And while they went to... Any survivors of...
Ah.
We rushed over as soon as... Although this new friend of yours looks a little green. Now that we know you'll have a cape...
Hey, what about Paimon?
Oh,
Of course! Paimon is the traveler.
Oh.
Don't underestimate...
Don't worry about her. She may look tiny and helpless. Even if she had only survived on sheer luck, then that alone...
I had no idea. I guess I shouldn't judge, but...
Oh, one other thing, Dia. We held another recruitment event. The deputy put a lot...
sorry.
Gotta admit, I can... Now, if only the deputy could...
Keep the awkward silence and weird expressions left quite the impression on him. They were originally interested in joining us, but after that, they both told me they were too uncomfortable to stick around.
Поздравляю.
Hey, didn't we... Huh? I don't... Are you kidding me? I missed a once-in-a-lifetime moment. All right. Hey, don't you try to change the subject. You and Hisham, get your butts over here.
Are they?
There aren't many rules or graces when it comes... If someone starts getting under your skin, you just yell. But we also don't tend to take many things too seriously. Being direct and getting it... That's also why I never spare their feelings when I talk to them. If I want to laugh, I'll laugh. If I'm... Hey, knucklehead!
Yeah. Oh, you gotta do?
Perfect. Thanks for that. Be sure to pass my regard.
Will do.
Лям. Йоу.
This should be the place. Let's find a spot to hide and bide our time.
Ага. Блин, а тут 2. Ага. Что это такое? Почему не могу? Ага. Ты бессмертна. Ты не можешь помереть.
It's gonna come down to a fight one way or...
No need to worry.
I'm not worried about...
Тик-тик-тик-тик-тик.
Here they come. Let's not give them a chance to react.
Сейчас разговариваем.
Not feeling lucky today? Come on, you coward!
Получили по рогам.
You're...
Good. That saves me an introduction. All right, time for a little talk.
You know the code of being a mercenary just like everyone else. The first rule is to never...
That might have worked on an amateur, but I know you're just looking to protect your Think about it, though. You've got 5 seconds. You might want to
Whoa!
I'm not joking around. We can do this the easy way or the 2 seconds.
I'll save you the trouble.
Huh? Are you crazy? He tried to bite off his own tongue. Quick, search the area for any first aid supply.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't expect him to go that far.
What? Why would he be...
I just wanted to test his mettle. You can get a lot of mercenaries to... I didn't expect him to be willing to go through so much pain just to deny it.
Well, he's out cold for now. We could wait for him to wake up, but maybe...
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll be a waste of time to interrogate him again after that. There are lots of goods around here.
We found a piece of paper with a bunch of names on it. Maybe it's a record of something.
𝓲𝓻𝓫. Вам всем повыбивали 𝓲𝓻. Не рад? Когда? Дал. Тык-тык-тык-тык-тык.
Let me take a look. If this real... Yep. I see an entry for 𝓥𝓼𝓾𝓿 right here. 𝓥𝓼𝓾𝓿, 𝓲𝓰, 𝓵𝓵, and 𝓡𝓾𝓼. All familiar names. 𝓥𝓼𝓾𝓿 has been trading for a hefty supply. This caravan, that person will then... Wait, why is there no more? Yeah, every transaction before... Anyway, huh?
What's wrong?
𝓤𝓲𝓬𝓐 𝓠𝓞𝓞𝓞?
𝓠𝓞𝓞𝓞? You mean
I'd be surprised to find someone with the exact same first and last name. Just what the heck is going on here? I'm sorry, you're right. I'll consider... But what this piece of paper confirms is that the 𝓠𝓞𝓞𝓞...
What if the 𝓠𝓞𝓞𝓞s have been kept in the dark and don't know they've been trading with 𝓥𝓼𝓾𝓿?
That's a possibility. But if that was the case, why is this caravan... They could have just as easily bought goods such as food and medicine directly from caravan... Yeah, funding violence and looting. The brigade gets the goods, and he is paid...
But why would he do something like this?
I honestly have no idea. I've been to their estate many times, and I've never... The only potentially large expenditure I could think of would be the treatment costs for Ďuňarzad's Elazar. Maybe they... But that's still just a speculation. I don't think the master would stoop so low to make Mora. You're probably right. I know my lady's person...
But what should we do now? All we found is just...
If you ask me, I'm not worried. It's too early to make a verdict yet. Let's go find my lady again. We'll tell her everything. If we're lucky, we can not only figure out the mystery...
Dia...
I've considered that possibility. But even still, she showed genuine concern for me. That's not how I deal.
You're right. Paimon wants to trust 𝓤𝓪𝓵𝓬𝓬𝓻 too.
Yeah.
Пойдем.
Let's pay another.
Интриги расследований. Да. Ну да, она будет в стандарте. Делать там. Ай.
We're back, my lady.
Oh, you're back a lot sooner than I expected. You mustn't have run into any trouble then.
Actually, we're still investigating.
I see. The clues you found have led you back here, in the city?
Something like that. Yeah.
You all look a little dispirited. Why don't you discuss it with me?
It's okay, my lady. It's not so much about me being.
So something is wrong. Even the Traveler and Paimon. On any other day, Paimon would have already waved to me with a smile and shouted. So tell me.
My lady, please prepare yourself.
The Master. Okay. I understand. My father has been supplying goods to 𝓤𝓏 al-Aq.
Yeah, it makes as little sense to us as it does to you. I've never doubted the Master's integrity, so I'm having a real hard time rationalizing how he could. Maybe he's not actually aware of the full story and just stumbled into the deal by accident.
I can't help but agree with the Traveler.
Huh? You mean you feel the same?
Thank you for sharing all this information. Since you've told me everything you know, I should also tell you. In the past, I thought that my father hired a bodyguard for me so that I wouldn't run away. However, there are plenty of capable mercenaries in the core of 𝓵. What?
About that. Well, the 𝓤𝓏𝓏𝓏s really needed body. Later, the Master told me that I was one of the best mercenaries he'd ever seen, and that I should stick around. He offered me a pile of mora, so
Well, but that didn't really answer my question.
Maybe the core of 𝓵 just didn't have anyone available, or maybe someone. I think I get what you're saying. You think
Precisely. At first glance, nothing seemed strange or out of. If my father had always been in contact with the Khan al-Akmar, then it would make sense for him to bring Dia into our house.
You mean the goal all along was to get Dia to be—
No, that's too much of a stretch. I cut all ties with my father.
But that still doesn't rule out the possibility that you.
So, the Master was not likely an innocent victim in all of this?
Sorry we put all this on you so
It's okay, Paimon. I should actually be. Regardless of his reasons, if my father has truly been fun.
But is that. My father has committed many atrocities and deserves all the punishment that he has coming to him. However, the 𝓤𝓏𝓏𝓏 family has treated me. If we decide to investigate this further, we could end up implicating the entire 𝓤𝓏𝓏𝓏 family.
Dia.
It's alright, Dia. If anyone were to ask, you could always just.
You don't have to do that, my lady. I'm not conflicted because I'm afraid of taking.
Hey! It's still too early to give up hope! What was the thing about friendship again? Right, yeah, trust! Besides, there's no point on getting all riled up before we've confirmed all the facts!
Thank you, everyone. That makes a lot of sense. In which case, my lady, could you ask the map?
Sure thing. I also hope he'll be able to give us.
Usual?
говорит. Асмр. Пойду поем. Давай, удачи.
Thank you for coming, sir.
Приятного аппетита.
Please allow me to introduce these two. This is the traveler, and next to him is his travel companion.
Yes, my daughter has mentioned them from time to time, but we may skip all the pleasantries for now.
Well, we wanted to bring this transaction record to your attention.
So that's what you found. Huh. See,
If you wouldn't mind, we'd like an explanation.
well, it's a long and difficult story. And what I do know, though, dear, is that the truth will bring you no solace.
Wait, me?
Yes, I understand perfectly why you came to see me. And I am touched, but knowledge always comes at a price. And sometimes, as they say, your father 𝓥𝓲 and I both believed that. Of course, you have the right to seek and learn the truth. The facts of this matter may reduce everything you've built for yourself into sand. If you must proceed, then 𝓥𝓲's heart...
His heartfelt effort. I've made it this far in life without a single drop of my father. I have my own ideals and ways of looking at the world, as well as people and causes that I've chosen to cherish and... I came here today to support you as the head of the 𝓲𝓲𝓬𝓸𝓻.
I understand. Our family once needed to take a trip to the desert when 𝓤𝓪𝓴𝓐 was just a baby. They had superior numbers and quickly overpowered our bodyguards. When all seemed, those Eremites were 𝓥𝓲𝓁's brigade. The 𝓥𝓲𝓁's men told me that the attackers were Eremite mercenaries, just like themselves. I was shocked. Why would 𝓥𝓲 was grinning and walked over to play with baby 𝓤𝓼𝓴𝓐. She was startled by his unfamiliar face and nearly
Really?
He said that he had no particular reason to help us. He just took pity on us because we started talking about our children, and I sensed that he was to repay his kindness. I hired his brigade to help out at our estate.
So, that's what...
It was many years before I saw him again. I almost didn't recognize him the next time he came knocking on my door. The man I knew to be strong and healthy.
So, what happened to him? He was perfectly fine when I left.
I'm not too sure myself. The only thing that didn't change was his cheer. He then suddenly asked me if 𝓤𝓪𝓴𝓐, now that she had grown. At the time, 𝓤𝓪𝓴𝓐 was going through a particularly severe bout of her 𝓥𝓲𝓐, but he kept coming back to the topic. Come on, it never hurts. I was completely lost at first, until he recommended the blazing beasts.
So he was the one who recommended...
Indeed. He didn't say it out loud, but it was clear that he saw Deshret's relics as an evil group who would eventually corrupt every member in their ranks. He was already beyond redemption, but he hoped that he would be able to detach his daughter. If Dia could stay in my house and keep working as a bodyguard, then gradually her affinity for the desert...
And that's why you offered her such generous...
Yes, but not just because of that. From the moment... And that's also why I tried to persuade you to stay when you asked for permission to leave. 𝓥𝓲 saved my daughter and I all those years ago in the desert. I could never refuse him and...
He was always like that. Acting like he's owes.
𝓥𝓲 said that he'd reimburse me for a portion of Dia's fees. I refused to take any mora from him. Eventually, I just accepted them as a token of his gratitude. And that went on for a while until the letter contained a request to help him buy food.
Wait! Isn't that around the time that 𝓴𝓏...
That's right. When I started to hear some nasty rumors, I became wary. But by then, he was no longer receptive to my requests to talk. If I had to guess, it's probably because that thought occurred to me as well. I figured that he probably... After some deliberation, I decided to send him some food and medicine. I am aware that even such a reduced gesture of support could lead to others coming... In the end, it probably was the wrong decision. I plugged my ears to the rumors and just...
If you can, please tell me where he is now. None of the things he's doing right now make any sense if he's just trying to keep me from getting tangled up in his work. If all he wants to do is steer clear of me, then maybe he shouldn't have brought me.
Oh no.
I'm just angry because I can't wrap my head around any of his actions. Another way? I don't know. I knew him, but I guess you do have...
I'll do my best to help. Of course, anything. I don't know 𝓥𝓲𝓬𝓬𝓻 exact whereabouts. Outside of supplying his brigade with some goods, however, there's a man on the list named 𝓥𝓲𝓬𝓬𝓬𝓻. He used to be a mercenary in the desert and is now a member. He's responsible for supplying weapons and liaising with the 𝓚𝓾𝓚 I've heard that he likes to have a few drinks alone and enjoy the cool wind at night outside the tavern. Maybe...
Understood. Thank you, sir.
I'll stay and be with my father here. To be honest, my father has indeed done something wrong, but if I think about it, I feel like our only course of action is to...
Yes. I am. It's time to face my...
Yes. Они вечер. Рулетка. Добавлю рулетку. О, здравствуй, Диана, здравствуй. Как твои дела? Народ. Его почти нет.
Silly churl bill.
Huh? Who are you guys?
Вы кто такие?
I know what you've been up to. Smuggling weapons to violent brigades in the desert while working for the Corps.
Shh! Keep your voice down. How do you know all? Come with me. We should take this elsewhere. I'll be happy to talk things over once we're somewhere private. This place should do. Alright, back to my question.
Don't worry about that for now. You know what...
Wait, there's no need to jump the gun.
So what's in it for you anyway?
Well, I was a little tight on money at the time. I waited in my mind, and I couldn't find a reason to turn the opportunity down.
Let me tell you how it is. We're investigating 𝓚𝓚𝓚. If you provide some help for...
Hey, why don't we discuss this a little first?
Shut it. My patience is running out. You should know when a
All right, sheesh. But you gotta promise you'll put... They're always on them. Feel free to go have a look.
Sure. And then...
Hey, come on.
Really?
All right, I get it.
Now that's more like it. Let's move. And as
Let's
for
move.
you, try to stick around the city until we get back. You...
Oh. Доброго денечка.
With the wind.
𝓛𝓪𝓷.
Seems like we're in luck. Let's go. We'll finally get to the bottom of this ourselves. I'm here to see 𝓥𝓲𝓬𝓬𝓙. Tell him to get out here.
Dear, why are you here?
Where do you think you're...
Rain outlines your fate. Huh? Witness the power.
Let's get it on! Haven't you all done enough?
Oh, so are you also here to stop us?
Stay out of this. It's got nothing to do with you. Order guide you. Stabilize.
Enough fighting. We all know each other, and I don't want to take things. Just bring 𝓏𝓏𝓏 to me. Did you understand a single word I just said?
All right, everyone, let's all just calm down first. Dia. He died a long time ago.
What?
Seems like you've been out of the loop for a while. Guess that's for the best, though. At least, that's what the old man wanted.
When did he die? What happened to him?
A few years ago, 𝓐𝓲𝓬𝓽𝓸𝓻 broke up 𝓤𝓲𝓬𝓻 and went to the 𝓔𝓷𝓰𝓵 headquarters by himself.
So is that when you guys started acting up?
We would prefer to call it taking revenge. Every last person in 𝓔𝓷𝓰𝓵 must pay in blood for what they did.
Let me start from the beginning. Dia, do you know how
Overwhelming strength and unquestionable authority?
those were a part of it? Yes. But just those on their own weren't enough. Regardless of whether they joined by their own will or were coerced, every person in 𝓔𝓷𝓰𝓵 were forced, whether it be their deepest sin, some unforgivable act, or their most immoral exploit. The records serve both as a symbol of loyalty, and that's precisely it. Every one of us have a record. Me, Bashar, 𝓡𝓾𝓷𝓼, and all the boys who... But you, Dia, you were never asked to provide a record, were you?
I never even knew this.
You were probably the only person in all of 𝓔𝓷𝓰𝓵 who didn't.
Ever since you were born, Boss had been trying to shield you from this organization. Not only that, but he also banned all of us from committing any nefarious acts. He said he'd take, but in the end, he was just an ordinary person. He was forced to go to headquarters again and again to account for missed dues and incomplete records.
We all knew he was doing that for you. He wanted to get you out of this world, no matter what it took.
And that's why he became a shell of himself and couldn't walk without a cane.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense.
Because you were too young at the time. How would you ever tell between wounds from a beating? When you left home after that final argument with him, he seemed to age by a decade overnight.
So, even the blazing beasts?
Yep. It was all his doing. Had he not arranged them to come to you, you probably would have been reduced to a pulp before you ever left the desert.
A few years ago, Boss said he needed to make another trip to headquarters. He was already pretty weak then, and we all assumed he was going to get beaten again. I suggested that he hand the role of leadership over to me, but he said there was no longer any need. His words made no sense to me. But that night, we heard that a massive fire tore through headquarters.
Everyone gained their freedom that night. Many members fled, not just from our ranks, but from the other. But how could we leave with a clear conscience? All of us who knew exactly.
The boss can't have just died for nothing. Those heartless jerks at headquarters took him from us.
From that point on, the sole purpose of the big fire that Boss started was quite a blow to headquarters' strength. It's given us, even though we're outnumbered, we vowed to see our revenge through to the very end. There were people from headquarters who changed their names and went into hiding. Some, but we won't let any of them escape our wrath.
We've suffered plenty of losses as well. To keep going, we need an enormous... All we can do is exchange our loot from Mora, and then use that. We forged Boss's handwriting and sent out many letters to his former friends. Thankfully, we were also able to attract many mercenaries who shared our goal. We've endured unspeakable pain to win. 𝓔𝓷𝓰𝓵 have become weaker and weaker, and now we...
Paimon doesn't know what to say anymore.
We do know right from wrong, but we were sinners from the very beginning. We do not. Boss always loved his old-fashioned hero stories. Those tales about. We used to always laugh at him for it. But in the end, as for me, I never considered myself a hero. But maybe those hero stories he liked foreshadowed everything that was to come. Maybe we were all just acting along. I'm sorry, Dia. I know you always found us insufferable ever since you.
I'll go with you.
Huh? Dia?
I grew up with these guys, and I know they're not bad people. It's just that all I know is that Deshret's relics must be. Furthermore, I want to go see the place for myself. I know you don't want to get involved in this, so there's no need for you to tag along. I can do this on my own.
Yeah. Paimon feels like we'd only regret it if we don't see this through to.
Thank you. We'll be a lot.
I bet Boss would lose his mind if he ever knew you'd join us at the very.
Considering all the losses and injuries we sustained, we can't afford to.
He can think whatever he wants, but the fact is.
Да. Оп. Понимай. Ближе. Так вот. Далеко. Да. О, сундук. Да ладно.
Solidify!
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter.
Gather!
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of 𝓲𝓲𝓬𝓽𝓸𝓻. You can't run. Shiver. Cross over.
Отличненько. Сундучок нашли заодно, блин.
Jackpot.
А.
Solidify!
Yeah. See?
Блин. Наверх. Я... Был. Ага. Класс. Наверняка где-то тут. О, здравствуй, скрытный. Ну, кто ты зашел? Ай. Подняться. Ура. До свидания. Я полетел. Йоу. Камон.
Is this the entrance? We sure didn't run into
Новая
much trouble
точка
on the way here.
контакции.
Should.
Как дела у тебя, Томыч?
Wow. Paimon didn't expect it to.
They should all be holed up in here. Don't know how.
Who cares? We'll round up all of them.
Still, we should be careful. Even if they've only got one shot left, it could...
Yeah. We'll know what they're really capable of once we've landed. 𝓲𝓻𝓬𝓬𝓻 relics may have been a force to be reckoned with before.
Yeah, they don't stand a chance.
Ох, я будет драчка.
You are not welcome here. Gather.
You can't run! Look alive! Hi! How heartless.
Let's get it on!
Where do you think you're going?
Yeah! Punishment!
How regret.
Ring cutter!
I am back.
Gloves off!
I'll need to.
Yeah!
Сколько вас там?
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Higher, higher, pants on fire. Go!
Отлично.
This way, follow me. We're almost there.
Это мы еще и не...
Wait! They went charging ahead without checking for any trap.
Hey, you guys okay?
It seems like we just got trapped in here.
Watch out, the enemy's coming from ahead.
Well, now that things have come to this...
Don't worry about us. We knew something like this could happen. Let's go! We can't let the boss down.
Let's check if there's another way. The sooner we can make it through to help them.
Let's see.
Ну давайте, еще посмотрим.
I think I see a way through over there, but it's being blocked by something.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go! Ай, да.
Go!
О, сундучок.
Go!
здесь.
Another mechanism like the one before, but this one's being blocked off in the middle.
We just need to adjust it a little.
Nice. Вот. Отлично.
No, my sword! Buckle up! You're dead meat! Witness the power of 𝓤𝓲𝓬𝓽𝓸𝓻. You can't run! Punishment!
А ну здесь.
Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verdict. Dog's over!
Козёл. Ух ты ж.
I wasn't expecting anyone to make it through from the other side, but as a desert dweller, I suppose we should be used to—
Don't waste your breath. You have
Run. Had I witnessed the golden age of Deshret's relics. Even if I could leave this place, even now, the greatest should never live to
So you want to go out and—
Let us draw our weapon! They are but two. Wave 1, charge! Eliminate them!
you think you're doing?
Yeah! Shiver! You asked for it.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Don't think that you won. We're just getting started.
Time to go. Go.
𝓤𝓙𝓬𝓽𝓸𝓻 will not abandon any one of his followers.
Да-да-да.
Let's get it on! Gloves off!
Testing my patience. We'll meet again.
Brothers! With me, this is where we prove our faith.
You all just wanna die?
None of us plan to leave this place alive!
Higher, higher, hands on fire!
But we'll meet again.
Готово.
The commander has finally fallen.
Наконец.
But they're still coming at him! This place is like a gladiator's ring. They just keep coming no matter how many we beat!
Yes! Keep fighting! There's no need to fear!
When the next wave comes, try to draw a wave. I'm going to see if I can take out that.
О.
Get out of my way!
Come and face me, 𝓲𝓲! So they've broken through.
Apologies, Lord 𝓲𝓲. They fight like absolute mad.
So,
Time to pay for every.
you think I would? I will be buried in the sand alongside all.
Hey, wait!
Ля-ля-ля-ля-ля-ля. Ну,
We were too late.
It's over. There's no more. But if you're still going to cling on to your so-called mercenary's pride, then I'll give you all a good beating as well.
Hey, Dia! I found the mechanism. I'll get you all back up here right away.
Let's go.
let's go. Let's... Интересно. Драгоценность. О.
Who are you filthy rats? And what?
You call yourself a member of.
Who knows what intent a bunch of rats may have? We try to catch a couple, and you all just show up on the other side and Hey, have you ever heard of a man by the name? Why would I know?
This is your last.
Hey, I said I don't know anything. If you're here to find someone, why don't you look through the records yourselves? Who could...
The irony. His life became a light for so many, yet to others. Where's the records room?
It's right over there.
I mean the old record.
The old record? 𝓲𝓬𝓬𝓻. Ah, yeah, Watch your mouth. That's our boss here. He was definitely faking it. We all let our guard down as soon as we saw him come hobbling in. But in the short time it supposedly took him to take a dump, He'd already gotten he couldn't have possibly outrun us if he wasn't a fraud. And after that, Deshret's relics.
Stop wasting our time. Every one of us. Tell me, where is the.
It's just over there. Go see it for yourself. There's nothing left in there but ashes. No human. Bashar, 𝓕𝓐𝓐, let's go. We'll leave the others. Spare them no mercy if they try anything.
Да. Дёрни.
So, this was his final destination. How did he do it? Getting past all the guards with a limp and sneaking in here to start a fight. If he was nimble enough to do that, then he must have been able to get out of here. I'm sorry. I know it's just wishful thinking.
Is this a cane? It must be the one that Dia's father used.
𝓥𝓲𝓬𝓽𝓸𝓻.
Thanks for everything, boss.
We're fortunate to somehow find that cane after that fire.
Let's split up and look around some more. What if something else has been...
But what else could survive a fire like that?
Huh?
Wait! Isn't that the toy sword you played with as a child?
The dragon is no more, for Princess Dia has slain it. Its head now hangs above the city gates. Her bravery has brought eternal peace and prosperity to us all. Dia, come on. This is the most important line.
You can do it.
But Dia, you defeated the dragon. Everyone's waiting for your speech. Still too shy, huh? All right, I'll do it. I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more.
I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more, Dad. What's this?
Don't you remember? You asked Paimon what she would do if she were to wake, and Paimon said that she would get boatloads of tasty snacks. You look super confused. These opportunities don't come by often. So today, Paimon's gonna treat you to a special... Hey, come on! Paimon's not... Anyway, the point is that you should eat here. 𝓤𝓪𝓵𝓻 will also be here shortly.
Aw, thanks, you two. Honestly, this is very unlike me. My chest was filled with all kinds of intense emotions. They just shook me even more than all the... But when everything came to an end, those emotions also... It was as if I'd lost the thing that was most important to me. Yeah, you're right. To many mercenaries, Mora is the most important thing. Idrisi and the others all used to say that they would quit if there was no Mora to be had. My reality shattered when I found out that the father who always told me hero stories was in fact a bad guy. Despite all my promises about never forgiving him and never trying to understand him, I still... We're hypocrites. All of us. Yeah, you're right. It's just a pity that we often only...
You're back! Are all of you alright?
There she is!
Yeah. Many people from the Corps of 30 came over, and I just wrapped up everything with my dad. Huh? Dia?
Paimon will explain. A lot happened.
I'm sorry. I really should have controlled my...
It's all right, my lady. You were hurt by all of this as well. Truth be told, I'm starting...
But Dia... Oh, your pain must be...
Hey, don't worry about me. If anything, this whole thing... My father probably thought that people could settle into new lives. That thought has even crossed my mind a few times. However, there was always something deep within my mind that refused to accept it. This impulse brought me great, but now that I consider it again, it all makes sense. The desert sands are a part of who I am.
I understand how you feel.
That doesn't mean I won't be making any changes to my life, though. As an example, I'm now thinking about taking... It's just like Idrisi said. I also want to catch up to my father, and even if the ending of the story may be childish and ridiculous.
Isn't that neat, though? Oh, you'll be a whole new kind of mercenary. Why don't we go for a change of scenery once we finish eating?
Right. You said you wanted to get a rug for your family.
We'll come along too.
ковер.
I can't thank you enough for taking care.
А, нет, идем за ковром. Ковром.
Oh, this rug here is quite
Это
something.
ковер.
The crowd.
Ah, here you are. Finally, I found you.
Hey! Aren't you that mercenary who bit his tongue? You can... Wait. Are you here to take...
What are you talking about? Do I look like I could take you all in a fight? Once I woke up, I hurried to the 𝓏 but when I got there, I found no one except the members who were still too injured to move.
Ah, so you probably got there after.
Yeah, they told me that they had exacted their revenge, and everyone had turned themselves in to the authority. I had joined the cause to repay an old favor from 𝓥𝓲𝓬𝓽𝓸𝓻. Now that everyone's already turned themselves in, one of the injured members gave this box to me. Everything left in the camp will get confiscated, so I figured I should get this to you before the court could...
Thank you.
No worries. We are all just living our own truths. There's no need to comment or judge anyone for it.
So this box contains everything that Dia's...
Well, back in the day, the first thing he did... But let's see, what's this? It's just a bunch of junk.
Perhaps it's just been left unopened.
A handwritten copy of a storybook. It was against the academia's rules.
That probably means this was real...
Ah, and here are a few bags of children's snacks.
Did he get those for you?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Even when I was a child, I was never a fan of these. Who even leaves snacks in a box like this anyway? Forget it. Let me see what else is in here. A razor, some buttons, a wool scarf, which, from the looks of it, I'm sorry, my lady, but this is just the kind of man he was. He probably saw this 2 empty liquor bottles.
Huh?
Oh, you're right. All right, I got it out. It seems to be a piece of paper with some writing on it. The bottom part's all damaged from moisture, though. Let's hope the writing did. I was suddenly seized with an urge to write a letter after finishing this bottle. To Dia. It's all right. I'll just read it out. If you went to the trouble of writing a letter...
My condition's becoming worse and worse. Can't even walk without a cane anymore, much less go out and help. If you're reading this letter, then I suppose I'm already... You were adorable as a baby. Everyone loved you. And regardless of whether you were crying or laughing, but once you grew a bit older, you were no longer nearly as happy or cute. It's probably...
Can you believe this guy? he can point the finger at him.
Anyway, back to the point. To summarize, I'm writing this so you would know not to feel. The reason being that.
Wait, what?
Surely,
I don't know.
I was quite formidable when I was young, and 100 times cooler. Really felt like the whole world was under my feet. With just a teeny tiny bit of effort, I felt I could. But as fate would have it, I went out into the desert for a drink one day, and you were just lying there, small and helpless. You were so tiny that if the wind blew for just. But your cries were so loud they made my head hurt.
Son?
I told 𝓔𝓷𝓰 and the others that I had slipped up with a woman while out and about. None of them even doubted me. I'm sorry that I had to lie to them for so long, but I was their most esteemed leader after all. It's not like I could just tell. Anyway, you possess the kind of freedom and kindness that we could only dream of. As far as how you should live your life, that'll be up to you to decide.
That's... In the end, he was still thinking of me as a little child. I suppose, or I would have suffocated under—
he was a good father to you. The fact that he wasn't a blood relative.
Yeah. It's just a pity that we had—
Do you already have some ideas about the decision that he wanted you to make?
I do. If he first found me alone in the sands, I just have one wish. To tell them that there once existed a childish and foolish jerk with a heart of— and that only under his care was I able to grow—
If you end up finding any leads, can you share them with us? We go on adventures all the time. Maybe we'll be able to find—
Sure, I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting you to be so enthusiastic.
I'll help too.
Thank you. All of you. My life has certainly had its twists and turns, but I've always— because no matter where I've gone, I've always been surrounded by
Да. Вот и всё. Да. Очень интересно. Заданка.
With the wind.
Давай.
Go!
Stabilize!
Huh? Let me weave you a verse. Lights out.
Solidify! I will have order!
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of good judgment.
Готов. Макдональдс. Вторник, пятница. Да, может, конечно. Крит урон. Да, спасибо, конечно. Только вот что надо. Достаточно море. Ладно. Конечно. Так.
Silly child.
Пополнение.
Silly Charles, silly Billy,
Silly Charles. Ooh. А что тут у нас? Начнет. Okay.
Wanna come over for tea?
Phew. Ладно. Ай. А, нет, уже сделал. Опа-на. Ну ж, ладно. На этом пока заканчивать. Очень. Да. Ну, в принципе, все. Что-то как сегодня. Ладно. Я тогда заканчиваю. Всем покедова.